How'd I do?
I give that a 10.
Thank you. It's your girl, Ashley Graham, and I am going to give you all of my pro tips for finding the best swimsuit. So somebody told me once to go up a size in a swimming suit, but I prefer to go down a size. Anytime a swimsuit is sleek and fitted on you, your body's only going to look better. My absolute favorite type of bikini to wear is a string bikini. I know a lot of you are very afraid to wear a string bikini, but don't be afraid. If you're a nudist like me, you feel naked. It's kind of fun. Bikini selfies are kind of a tricky thing, but it's all about angles and lighting, and also showing off your best assets. So it just kind of depends on if you're standing, laying, but make sure the lighting is impeccable. Every single swimsuit I designed with Swimsuits for All has a bra inside of it for that extra support, because if the girls aren't high and lifted, what's left? I'm so exhausted. I just got off a red eye, but the show must go on because I guess I'm a supermodel now. I'm hosting Miss USA. Categories are funny to me because I honestly thought that there was a talent. It's gonna be more about me and less about Miss USA, right? Do you happen to know the ratio of women of color to white women? I'm hopefully opening up doors that we will see women my size in. I got this. You were voted the fan favorite. How does it feel? My boobs are so big, right?
We are at Miss USA. Shake your money, make it like somebody about to pay ya. As a model, all you do is post on Instagram and you Snapchat your life away. Everything that I do is about size, and I'm really excited for the day that nothing has to be about size anymore.
You guys need the whole elevator yourself?
Squeeze back there.
Let's go.
You guys looking forward to that? See you at the CFDA.
We're gonna go for like sleek, chic, New York, sexy.
Okay, should I start stripping now? Are you excited?
Ooh, I'm excited!
Now I just have to put on my Spanx.
Me too.
Hey! No, but for real, I do need my Spanx. I'm running a little late.
Can you help me put my bra on?
You don't really have to work out or exercise when you wear a lot of diamonds. You just kind of like lift your hands up and down. 2, 3. That's how I get red carpet ready. Ever since I was on the cover of Sports Illustrated, my life has not slowed down whatsoever. The best thing about all of that in the last couple years has been all of the emails and the comments from young girls and also older women who say thank you. They were like me. They never had a role model growing up that looked like them. I think we're almost here. Do you guys want to walk? Do you think my butt looks good in this? After the CFDAs is this after party for the CFDAs. Do you think Anna's gonna go to the after party? So I would like to be able to take a nap. I think it might be weird if you guys are still here.
Okay, what's the best thing going on in life right now?
Lingerie, swim, lunch, and my book's coming out May 9th.
What is the first thing you think of when you wake up in the morning?
How many times can I press snooze?
What's the last thing you usually do before you go to bed?
I check Instagram.
What do you have going on for today?
This is New York Fashion Week. I'm getting ready for the Coach Show. It's a little crazy in here, but would you like a cup of tea?
Yes, that sounds delightful.
Okay.
So, what's your secret to surviving Fashion Week?
Oxygen facials and foot rubs.
And besides Fashion Week, what else is the best time in New York City?
Well, it's definitely fall time because you get to break out your leather and boots.
What specific thing do you miss the most about the Midwest?
Godfather's Pizza.
Congratulations, you are blowing up right now.
Thank you.
How many covers have you been on at this point? I lost track.
Joe, that's a good question, and I thought you'd have the answer by now.
I'm not perfect.
Yeah, we all are.
Okay, now that you've conquered modeling, what is next?
The Ashley Graham Show. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
And what is the most essential item that you're packing here?
Mofique foam can never die.
What's one product that you can't live without?
Rosewater.
Refreshing. What is one thing we would never, ever find in your bag?
Lint.
Is it true that you clean out your bag every single night?
You heard correctly.
Please sing the following answer in a genre of your choice. What's the craziest thing you've ever done?
If I told you, I'd have to kill you. Okay, tea time.
When you wake up in the morning, what is for breakfast?
If it's a good day, it's 2 eggs, sunny side up, piece of toast, avocado, hash browns.
All right, you're lactose intolerant. Is there anything dairy that you ever crave that you cannot eat?
Mac and cheese every single day of my life.
What's your go-to cocktail?
It's vodka, water, lemon juice, and I prefer Tito's.
Can you make a toast?
Yes, I can. Here is to surviving Fashion Week.
I'll drink to
And
that.
honestly,
Okay.
let's get out of here because we got a lot to do.
You're turning 30 this year. How are you celebrating?
I'm taking all my friends to Turks and Caicos.
What advice would you offer your 20-year-old self?
Girl, calm down. Patience is a virtue.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
Panty lines.
What's one moment from your past you wish you could relive again?
My 21st birthday. It was a blast.
What's your spirit animal?
Definitely a bird because I'm always flying.
Okay. Beauty questions while you're in front of the mirror.
All right.
What's one look you wish you could pull off, but cannot?
Curvy girls can pull off any look. It's what we do.
Who is your fashion icon?
Kim K.
What is your favorite lipstick and scent?
Pillow Talk by Charlotte Tilbury and Chloe Anything.
Now your birthday is the day before Halloween.
Yes, it is.
What's the most amazing costume you've ever worn?
My mom and I dressed up as mad scientists once in 6th grade. It was pretty awesome.
Did you and your husband ever do couples costumes?
Yes, we both did Michael Jackson and Tatiana, The Way You Make Me Feel video. It was a lot of fun.
Well, speaking of husband, how did you guys meet?
Oh, we met at church.
What's the most incredible thing about marriage?
You get a cheerleader for every single day of your life.
Do you and your husband have nicknames for each other?
Yeah, he calls me Butt. I don't think I have to explain myself.
Ashley, on a scale of 1 to 1,000, how neat are you?
I would say 583, but honestly, who's counting? I'm trying to get ready for New York Fashion Week if you don't mind.
I don't mind in the slightest. With who and where was your first kiss?
It's a really long story. It was in kindergarten. He was really cute. I was feeling it. But look, it's a long story.
What's one thing every woman should have in her closet?
Oh, a bra. Duh. If your girls aren't high enough, what else is?
What's your go-to weekend look?
Slouchy pants, sleek bodysuit, and some really cool heels.
You've given a TED Talk. What's one TED Talk besides yours that everyone should be watching?
Lizzie Velasquez, it's definitely something you gotta check out.
Okay, if you were in a band, what would the band name be?
It would be called Ashley and the Holograms.
Neil Patrick Harris knew many, many lyrics to one of the songs from Hamilton. What song do you know many, many of the lyrics to?
I'm working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living.
Ashley Graham, I want you to imagine being a Bond girl. Where would you be from?
Russia.
What would your name be?
Thundra.
How would you kill me?
I kiss you to death.
It's terrifying and sensual at the same time.
Come on, you like it?
What's the best fashion advice you've ever received in your life?
Beauty comes in all shapes and sizes. Rock your confidence.
Who, out of all the people in the world, is your modeling icon?
Cindy Crawford.
What's the most difficult thing about walking in a runway show?
Keeping focus. Look, celebrities and editors are all in the audience. You cannot look at them. You have to stay focused.
Don't do that. Okay, So I have some Instagram photos for you.
All right.
What is going on in this photo right here?
Ooh, oh right, Snaggletooth. Doesn't everybody have their kind of like moment like this?
What's going on in this photo right here?
My baby sister got married. It was in a park and I wore leather and fur because I wanted to.
Okay, and here's a random stock photo image I found. Can you do an impression of this stock photo?
Yeah, here, hold this.
Sure.
That's my life right now. Here we go.
Okay.
All right.
What's the best country in the world to visit?
Seychelles.
What's one country you wish to visit?
India.
What's a question you wish people would stop asking you?
What do you think of the term plus size?
Do you meditate?
Yeah, I pray every morning, 10 minutes.
What's your workout anthem?
Anything Kanye, Jay-Z, it definitely gets the soul going.
Okay, now tell me, what is the story with this art behind you?
Oh, I like big butts and I cannot lie.
What's one thing people would be surprised to learn about you?
Well, it's a little funny, but I believe in aliens and mermaids, and I love to watch YouTube videos on it.
What's the most memorable pickup line that you've ever received?
A guy once said to me, "Hey girl, we're the same height laying down," and he was 3 feet shorter.
Next question is from a guy on an iPad.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Ashley.
Hey,
Me and my family have outgrown our apartment. Where's a good place for a family of 3 to go?
I would say Park Slope, Brooklyn. It's my fave. Yeah.
What's one thing you could tell us about your new book?
Pick a subject. I talked about it. I'm really excited for you to read it.
What's one book besides yours that has had a positive impact on your life?
The Color of Water by James McBride.
So I heard that there's a Barbie made to your likeness.
Yes, it's right here. Actually, the clothes are here.
How does that make you feel?
Incredible. I mean, how would you feel if you had a Barbie made in your likeness?
I feel great. Where's Barbie?
Well, she gets to travel the world. She's in Italy.
I'm so jealous of her life. What advice do you have for young women today?
Look, love the skin you're in and be your own role model.
What's been your most amazing or inspiring fan moment?
Just yesterday, a woman came up to me, started crying, and said she honestly got in a swimsuit for her first time, and she wasn't even at her goal weight. I was so proud and happy for her. All right, New York Fashion Week's calling!
Let's do it. What's the last series that you binge watched?
Oh, Stranger Things. It was amazing. Joe, that coat. Gosh.
What series would you kill to see a reboot of?
Sister, 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 sister.
What's a movie that made you cry?
Hidden Figures.
What's a movie that made you laugh so hard that you cried?
Bridesmaids.
If your life were a song, what would the title be?
Man, I feel like a woman.
Hey, Kevin.
Sweet ride.
Thank you. Lexus provides rides for everybody in New York Fashion Week.
Which do you prefer, an SUV or a sedan?
Definitely an SUV.
Do you prefer to drive or be driven?
Be driven.
Hey, Ashley.
Hey.
Who's the most handsome Disney prince?
Aladdin.
Forgot to ask, what pre-show ritual do you have?
I pray, I sing, walk.
Where is the after party tonight?
That's invitation only.
Last question, Ashley.
Okay.
Can you sing me a farewell song as you ride off into the sunset?
Goodbye. So long. Alviders. I forgot the word. See you later.
Break a leg, Ashley.
You are bold, you are brilliant, and you are beautiful. There is no other woman like you. You are capable. Back fat? I see you popping over my bra today, but that's all right. I'm gonna choose to love you. And thick thighs, you are just so sexy you can't stop rubbing each other. That's all right. I'm gonna keep you. And cellulite, I have not forgotten about you. I'm gonna choose to love you even though you wanna take over my whole bottom half, but you're a part of me. I love you. It's true, honestly. I felt free once I realized I was never going to fit the narrow mold that society wanted me to fit in. I was never going to be perfect enough for an industry that defines perfection from the outside in. And that's okay. Rolls, curves, cellulite, all of it. I love every part of me. My name is Ashley Graham, and I'm a model and body activist. Over the last 15 years, I've come to the conclusion that there is no one perfect body. Because I, like you, possess a wonderfully unique and diverse physique. Now, the fashion industry may persist to label me as plus size, but I like to think of it as my size. In fact, did you know that the plus size fashion industry actually starts at a US size 8 and it goes up to a US size 16? So basically what I'm saying is that the majority of this room right now is considered plus size. How does that make you feel to be labeled? I really feel like we need to start looking beyond the plus size model paradigms to what it actually means to be a model in 2015. My journey, it begins in Lincoln, Nebraska. I was 12 years old and scouted in a mall. At 13, I signed with a major modeling agency and was traveling the world. I was shooting big campaigns, and before I even graduated high school, I had been to multiple different countries. At 17, I graduated and moved to New York. And while most kids are going through their self-discovery stage in college, my self-discovery stage was in the midst of catwalks, catalogs, and casting calls. I was working as a full-time plus-size model. Back in Nebraska, I was known as the fat model, the girl who was pretty for a big girl. I always hated answering that question, what do you do for a living? I would see that person's eyebrow raise as I would reply, I'm a model. I'd have to quickly qualify with, well, I'm a plus-size model. In fact, here's my very first editorial for YM Magazine. And you are reading it correctly, Cantaloupe's large breasts. I was helping women across America at the age of 15 dress their big boobs. But you know what the first thing that someone in middle school pointed out to me, besides the obvious, was that fold above my knee, that fat fold above my knee. As a young model, my confidence was tugged at and pulled in all different directions. I struggled to achieve true confidence. I would go home and look in front of the mirror and only hate what I saw. And to fill the void on the inside, I began to cave to all the vices being thrown my way. Between the parties, the men, the alcohol, I was looking for self-love, for affirmation from somebody, when in reality, I didn't love who I was, and I couldn't seem to get a handle on regulating my own weight. I began to face my insecurities head on. And instead, I was filling my life with temporary fixes. I, like so many young women, have struggled to love who I am. And Dove's global report on attitudes towards beauty actually did a survey with thousands of women in 10 different countries. And you know what the most striking result was? That only 2% of women find themselves beautiful. 2%. We need to work together to redefine the global vision of beauty. And it starts with becoming your own role model. As a curvy woman, it was the assumption that I should look up to Marilyn Monroe or Jennifer Lopez, mainly because they were two of the most notable curvy women in the public eye that were being praised for their curves. But these weren't my role models. In reality, the woman I looked up to the most was my mother. She told me I was beautiful, and she never devalued herself. So why would I? She told me and taught me that true beauty comes from within, and that validation and self-worth must also come from within. In my lowest moments of insecurity, this is when I realized that I had to reclaim my body and its image as my own. Plus size fashion is an $18 billion industry. And now IMG, the world's #1 modeling agency, has signed me and other models that are not defined by their size. My body, like my confidence, has been picked apart, manipulated, and controlled by others who didn't necessarily understand it. I had to learn to reclaim my body as my own. And in reclaiming my body as my own, I understood as a woman that I had a greater purpose. I had a greater purpose to redefine beauty, the feminine beauty. Curvy models are becoming more and more vocal about the isolating nature of the term plus size. We are calling ourselves what we want to be called, women with shapes that are our own. I believe beauty is beyond size. With so much emphasis on the body and external, it's no wonder that we all suffer so much internally. But you know, people in the fashion industry actually told me that I would never be in magazines, let alone the covers of them. Well, I guess we've proven them wrong. 5 covers in a little over a year. And I was one of the very first curvy models to be featured in Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Edition. Thank you. Never let anybody tell you that you can't. I have achieved and am still achieving what was seemingly impossible. My goal is to give a voice to young women. To give a voice to young women who struggle to find someone they can look up to. For girls who struggle to look inside the mirror and say, I love you. For women who feel uncomfortable expressing their confidence they've locked away inside themselves. For women who have relinquished their rights to someone else. It is critical that both men and women create a body-positive environment. Uplift the important women in your lives. Create a safe space for them to express their body and their beauty for who they are, not because of who they're not. Be you. Be real. Be authentic. Be your favorite kind of woman. Don't let anybody else take that job. And remember, this is the generation of body diversity. The current is changing. I now invite all of you to hashtag TEDxBV15 with your own self-affirming words. There may not be a full-length mirror in front of each of you today, but I want to challenge you to think about what you would want to say to yourself in the mirror with your own self-affirming words. Thank you.